All right, now we'd like to introduce Mr. Jed Johnson. Jed was our guest speaker last year. How could you forget the man that can bend a nail with his bare hands? He is known as the Monster of MASH. He's a national grip and a strongman champion. Mr. Jed Johnson, do you remember where you started your athletic career? Right here. He just told me a story. I got to relay this. Jed Johnson broke a couple windshields here, and he wanted to tell this young gentleman in the Toyota Tundra that yours might be next. Please, again, we're going to do a home run derby. Anybody, there's one vehicle that you're parking at your own risk, so, you know. Anyway, Jed Johnson started right here with us at Towanda Little League. His opponents say he was a powerful right-hand hitter, known for his long stretch on first base, and a commanding fastball pitcher. He continued his pitching career at Mansfield University. Jed is a certified strength and conditioning specialist and is the owner of the Diesel Crew, recognized as the leaders in grip strength who formulated the Diesel method, a strength and conditioning system. Jed can tear a phone book in half, bend a nail with his bare hand, so listen up to what he has to say. Mr. Jed Johnson.
Thank you very much, Bob. Another fine introduction. It's MASH Monster, not Monster of MASH.
I just read what's on the paper, sir.
Okay, we got to talk to somebody about that, okay? All right, thanks for having me again this year. If you were here last year, I think we had some fun. Are you ready to have a little bit of fun right now? Louder. Are you ready to have a little bit of fun right now? All right, first off, I'm going to be very honest. My OCD right now is driving me crazy with everybody on this side and then nobody over there. I'm not going to ask you to move, but if I ever come and talk again, we got to even this out, okay? We got to even this out. Bob, MASH Monster, even out the crowd, okay? Thank you, everybody, for having me once again. I'll be honest with you. Whenever I get a microphone in my hand, I change a little bit, and I feel like a pro wrestler, because that's actually what my passion was until I had a string of back injuries. So what's funny was, as soon as I got this mic in my hand, I thought, man, maybe I will challenge Bob Watkins to a wrestling match. But then I remembered that this guy spent half his life wrestling on a wrestling mat, and he's got two tag team partners somewhere out here in the crowd, Clayton and Carson, so I'm not going to mess with them. I actually saw a few familiar faces here. There's lots of them here, but there's some of them I'm going to point out. I think I saw Kevin Clark. Is Kevin Clark here? He's over there. I thought I saw you trying to hide behind the crowd. Yeah, it was this guy's birthday a few weeks ago. They had a roast for him when I was out of town. You are one lucky son of a gun, pal. So maybe Kevin and I ought to have a wrestling match. What do you think? We could throw it down right now, but then I thought, okay, you know what? He's got Owen and Landon with him. Probably not a good idea, all right? Now, I don't have the best eyesight, but I thought I saw Ryan Fomer here, too. There he is! I thought that was you back there in the gray. Hiding. Look at these guys. All these guys know I'm gunning for them. They're hiding. See that, Shane? They're hiding from me. Now, believe it or not, guys, I've done a lot of stuff in weightlifting, set some world records. That guy right there was my first ever lifting partner, Ryan Fomer. He and I used to go up to his house and do curls. Remember the mirror? There was a mirror up on the wall. We used to do the curls all the time. And you know what? Every single workout, he would lift more weights than me. So maybe he and I ought to have a wrestling match. What do you think about that? Nah, then I realized he's got Sammy and Shane with him, so I can't take on three people at once. Wes is out there too? Yeah, I can't do that. It's just too much. I'm one tough guy, but I can't do that. But then, I think I just saw somebody else out in the crowd. Aaron Wells. Aaron Wells. There he is. Look at that guy. Two Bradford County boys. I go on to Mansfield. I go and pitch. I get one chance to pitch my sophomore year. And this guy at Bloomsburg hits a home run off me that hasn't even landed yet, brother. So maybe you and I ought to go out to the mound right now and settle the score once for all. What do you say, everybody? What do you say, everybody? Nah, he's got Graham and Harper with him. They're too tough for me. All right. A little fun. Can I share a quick story with you before I hand the mic over? Okay. As I said before, I've done my share of, beyond baseball, I got into strength training, and I found I had a really good grip. And I was able to bend stuff, tear stuff, like Bob said. And just a few weeks ago, about a month ago, I became the first person in the world to do a specific feat of strength that involved lifting 2 very thick 45-pound plates in each hand at the same time. I first learned about this feat from Richard Soren. He's the first guy that I ever saw talking about it, and he told me that over the years, he's seen thousands of people try this feat. And I was the first one to ever be able to complete it. But I'll be honest with you, I first got my first pair of these plates in 2004. I was not able to lift one pair of those until 2013. So that was close to 10 years that it took me in order to build the strength to actually accomplish the one pair of plates lifted at a time. It took me 4 more years to lift 2 at a time. So over the years, I found that I was failing a lot. And you know, when you're constantly failing, it can be easy to say, man, maybe I can't do this. Maybe this will never happen. You start doubting yourself. But eventually I came up with a phrase that I would run through my head every time that I tried and once again failed. And that was, misses are just warm-ups. Misses are just warm-ups basically means that anytime that you fail doing something, anytime something doesn't go your way, you just say, hey, it's just a warm-up. That one doesn't matter. Go past it. Dust yourself off. Try again. Now let me, actually baseball is just like that. Baseball has to deal with a lot of failure as well. Let me ask you guys something. I know we got a lot of Major League Baseball fans in here, right? A lot of Yankee fans, right? Probably a bunch of Phillies fans. Anyway, who is the best Major League hitter right now? Shout, give me. All right, Bryce Harper. Who else? Eric Haynes. I don't even know who that is. All right, Miguel Cabrera. Okay, so check this out. Beyond being a phenomenal grip strength athlete and very, very tough guy, I'm also good at baseball research. So I went to Google and I literally with my phone said, okay, Google, and I asked who the top 5 hitters were, and it ends up they are Robinson Cano, Miguel Cabrera, which somebody said, Jose Altuve, Mike Trout, and Bryce Harper, which somebody over here said. I think it was Shane. Okay? Now, any guess what these guys' batting averages are? 750, I heard. No. Robinson Cano bats .306. So that means that he fails 7 out of 10 times. Miguel Cabrera bats .320. Jose Altuve, .311. Mike Trout, .307. These guys are just barely getting over 300. And the best hitter in Major League Baseball right now, what's his batting average? Bryce Harper, .283. He's got the lowest average on the list. So, as you can see, failure is part of the game. So guys and girls, baseball and softball is a lot of failure. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't go your way. And what I'm here to tell you today is that misses are just warm-ups. If you get up to bat in a big situation and you have a strikeout, you strike out, you go back to the bench, don't let that bother you. Don't carry that into the next at bat. Don't even think about it when you're out on the field. You get past it, brush yourself off, get it next time. You make a bad throw, you make an error, you give up a big hit like to Aaron Wells in your only appearance your sophomore year in college. Misses are just warm-ups. Get beyond it, you'll get it next time. Is that clear? Does that make sense? I mean, does anybody ever strike out here? Maybe you guys are all like, okay, all right? Shane hasn't played yet. All right. So, that's basically it for me. Like I said, thank you very much to the league for having me. I had a little fun with some of the parents and coaches today. But really, guys and girls, the league could not happen without these guys. Really appreciate it. To come back here and see all these familiar faces still involved with the league, and untold others. Groundskeepers, scorekeepers, parents running kids back and forth in between jobs, league directors, everything like that. From what I heard, there were actually over 100 people involved in setting just today up. So what I'd like to do is just give all of those folks a round of applause, please. Nice and loud. Now, I believe we're on to the pledge. Who wants to do the pledge with me? Who's ready? All right, are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready to get this season started or what? All right, repeat after me, everybody. I trust in God. I love my country and will respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win. But win or lose, I will always do my best. Excellent, very good. Now I'd like to pass this off. Yes, I'd like to pass this off to Brooks Greenland now for the next talk. And thank you for having me once again.
Let's give Jed a round of applause, everybody.
All right, since we're having some story time here, I have a story for Mr. Jed Johnson. This guy's so big they can't find shirts his size. We had the cadets body paint that on today.
Hey, there's still more time for a match, pal. Plenty of time.